Welcome back. It's Al with Al's HHO. I am running the video for an install presentation. I thought I might show you a little bit of that install. I've put everything in place. I've done a great deal of research. I've got the relays, the fuses, the ampere gauges, the emergency shutoff, flashback protector, scrubber, bubbler, reserve or refill and return tank, and I've indeed incorporated in a unit that I built, and I'm looking at getting some other units as well, but I've also got some backup units. But at this point the video is about the install, kind of show you how this works. So at this point I guess I'll open up the hood and show you a little bit more about that. I have to move the camera a bit, but bear with me. Let's get that going. Okay, we're back. Open up the hood. I have to remove this cowling here to give you a better illustration of the unit. And obviously I've already unbolted it. But let me grab the camera and I'll show you what we got going here. You can see the unit through the hood. And I'll zoom in on it a little bit, or through the grill I should say. And there it sits. When the hood's down, the light doesn't quite reflect as much, but as you can see, it's sitting in there. It's all bracketed in. In fact, you can see the hose that comes up a bit too. Oh, it's producing hydrogen, as you can see. Anyway, let's back this baby back up and take a look a bit more at the install. Sorry for the jerky camera action, but it's going to happen as I move. And the unit is here, and to get an idea how it sets in there might be more difficult than I had imagined. Here we go. See if we can see it. Yeah, basically, you can see it well enough, I guess. As the hydrogen is produced, the gas is produced, I have it routed up, and it goes into a tank that has a bubbler in it. It has the electrolyte in it. Give you a little closer look here. I guess you can see it bubbling in there. Really hard to focus at this range. Bear with me, we'll try it over here. Now the bubbler tube is in the back, so you just barely see some motion here. It goes from that bubbler and is routed over through the hose into the scrubber. The scrubber is here, and the light is just too blinding. I had to put some backlights in there to give it a little bit more appeal. Those of you that are married understand that I didn't really have an option in that decision. Can't really say it was the wife's idea, but she fancied that. Comes out of the scrubber, comes through. We got an inline arrestor for any back flash that may happen. If there's a backfire in the motor, it gets stopped there in lieu of going into the scrubber. And then I've routed that through, and as you see, it's plugged into the intake for the fuel injection system. Some things have to happen to make this work properly. You have to do some things to change the reading of your computer. Oh, something I hadn't mentioned here. I'm not drawing much amperage on my unit, but should it get up to 30 amps, that fuse will blow. It's hooked up to a unit that is a relay, and that relay allows the unit to only run when the motor is on. It's hooked directly up to the ignition. Let me show you the inside here. I had to put something in here to kind of monitor. What I did was I put in a ampere gauge. Oh, radio's on, hold on. This ampere gauge is designed basically just, it only is hooked to the unit itself. Obviously we're not warmed up, it's only drawn about 3 or 4 amps presently. Well, probably 5. But the other side of that is it doesn't get past about 9 or 10. Then here, underneath that, or next to it I should say, if I can get the camera such that we can see it. There we go. I have an emergency shut-off switch. See the LED? And we'll put that over here. We'll just flip that off once real quick for you. Boom. The unit is no longer running. This is designed to be left on all of the time. You shouldn't have to mess with it. Once you put the key in the car and start it, the unit is running. The chip that circumvents some of the readings that go to your onboard computer, made by a company, Volo Performance, and it basically just plugs into where you would do a diagnostic, computer diagnostic, and wires directly to the car. You marry it up in that fashion. That is, as far as that goes, maybe we can get a little better look at the reserve tank. There, I guess you can see a little bit of action inside there. Let me see if I can't stable this out a bit for you. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, that tank right there basically is designed to feed the electrolyte to the unit, and it's constantly circulating. As the unit produces hydrogen, it circulates the electrolyte. The hydrogen gas, or they call it brown gas, I guess, is extracted, in that it rises. There's pressure inside of that as a result of the process of it being produced, which forces the gas then into the scrubber. The scrubber then has a filter at the bottom, and that then filters that gas going through fresh water. There's no electrolyte in this. And then of course it is forced out as a result of the pressure, again going into the intake manifold. So there in the nutshell is the installation. Let me put this thing down for a second. There we go. One of my more sketchy videos, obviously. Anyway, to make a long story short, this is what I'm doing. Make sure this is working properly. It is. To make a long story short, this is what I'm doing. This is how it's installed. And basically, it's a unit that should be, it'll run for damn near forever. The plates are all made out of 316 stainless. The electrolyte is very non-corrosive, and like I say, it works real well. And I'll have some mileage readings for you as things go along. At this point, I've just completed the installation. So again, Al at Al's HHO. I'll catch up with you on the next video.